Sorry, my B. Let me turn on the YouTube stream. Turning on the YouTube stream. YouTube stream is live. Okay, we're in. I'm in. Looks like radioactive piss now. Oh, trust me, it looks worse than that. This is the type of shit they gave Hulk to turn him into Hulk. Wait, why is the tint color and opacity gray? What? Does it look better it being transparent rather than masked? It still looks... Can I be real with you? It still looks masked. Whoa, someone turned down the brightness on this thing. Why is the color so fucked? Why does it look so fucked? Apply gamma correction. Compile. Save. Checking. 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 Wow. Wow, that looks awful. That looks really bad. All right, let's revert that stuff. Turn this off. Put that back to masked because it does not need to be transparent. And then turn it off over here. In here, it looks great. In here, great. Everywhere else, I think it's because it's not on screen and it's probably being screwed over by like gamma stuff and what? Wait. What happened? It still looks like shit. Guys? Why does it still look like shit? Did I have another... Uh-oh. Was there a different... Maybe I just... I have an idea. What if I just go here, then I click this, then I right click it, and then we just revert it. Huh? What? Why does the color still look... Guys, what the fuck? I don't think this was the color before. Guys, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think this is the color that we had. Is this the color we had? I don't think that's the color. This is the color. Maybe we also revert the status thingy? Oh, weird. The retainer box caused it to change color. What? What the hell? Does the animation play every time you open the terminal? Just when the power goes on. There we go. Now the color's back to normal. All right. All right. Is it squiggly? No, it's not like this screen. This is cool. This one, it's cool, but not as cool. We're in fiddle mode, not add/fix stuff mode. Don't you worry, we're gonna get straight into add stuff mode adding stuff mode. We're getting straight into adding stuff mode. Actually, wait. Maybe I change the color of this real quick. Although it kind of looks like it's the actual color. All right, so there's one more UI we need to put in. Actually, 2 more UIs we need to put in. Actually, apparently 3 more. There's a lot of stuff we need to do with the summary, by the way. Like the bonus system and shit. Oh! Youch! We lag behind, Crim. I only need to add more items and recipes and I'm done. Okay. All right. I need to add like 10 gajillion monsters. Bunch of UI elements. I need to put a bunch of implementation for items. Yeah, I got a lot. I got a lot. I got a lot. I got a lot to do. Can I join the race too? All I need is a boss and some more enemy/bells. Oh yeah? Is that it? Okay, we need a thing that shows when your run ended in failure. Okay. So. The simple kid down the street nearly finishes Roblox map. Imagine being beat by a child. That's okay, man. The only competition I have is myself. And that's okay with me. I be taking my time. I be taking my time. So, when you fail a run, should I... maybe we make a new UI for this. Sigh. We're all just gamers trapped in real life. Am I right, fellow gamers? You're damn right. You're damn right. You're damn right. This hellscape that we call life. Perhaps when you fail, the mysterious employer tases you all. No, you just fail. The whole server resets. For now. We'll see if that changes. It won't. It won't. Okay, I guess we could just copy this one. Would I upload my consciousness to the mainframe? No, I don't think so. Well, let's just get started with a new widget then. Route stranded. Game fail state. Game fail state. So, you were fired. You're fired. Peter, you're fired. All right. Let's delete this. Actually, no, delete this. Wait, no, do we? Could be kind of cool showing where you were in the run. Terminated. Oh, terminated. Terminated. You've been terminated. What's another word? Some dramatic. Something dramatic. I would like to collect my royalties. It's at the door. The door is in front. Okay, I'll be the D&D Dungeon Master. Okay, so you walk up to the door. You open the door. It is an endless pit. The developer behind you says, "Collect this," and then pushes you off. You can roll for how long you fall. You may roll. Time remaining to fuel up. Delete. Goodbye. Delete. Set new timer. Delete. Goodbye. Delete this. Delete this. Delete this. Let's make everything in here the same color. Fill color and opacity. And then in the background image. And then all of these images. And then the rounded box. What? It's locked. Unlock. Yes. The kerning? Crim? The kerning. The fuck are you talking about? The kerning. It's got monospacing. Here, we'll do big letter spacing. Huge. Humongous. Huge, humongous. That's what they called me. Huge, humongous. It's my nickname, Huge, humongous. Yeah, they used to call me Huge, humongous. That was my nickname. Oh, shit. I don't want that to change the... Oh, mother... whatever. We'll just do it like that. Okay, we need to change the size of this now, though, because it's quite important. This tells you basically what happened. Okay. All right. Yeah. Where's the train? Why is the right side 90? Oh, shit. Well, I kind of want this to show where we were. This is technically supposed to show us where we were. Let's put this in the center. Put that bad boy in the center. I kind of like having the line there. It's just, I do want it to show the actual progress. Boo, this, that. This and whatever. Just do this. Fuck it. I was gonna say we should probably have like an actual thing here, but I don't even care. I don't even care. I was gonna say we should have the actual amount, and then the actual percentage should be like how much progress you were at. But I'm too lazy to do that right now, so that's a polished thing. No one's gonna notice it anyways. No one notices anything I do. Yeah, it'll show you a text of what you messed up on. So it'll show blah 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 blah. Blee 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 blah blah blue blue blee blee blue 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 blee 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 blah 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 blah. Oh, it looks so good when it's red. Can you tell that I like the color red? How did you know? Oh, how did you know? Why is this overlay being weird? From Ronin? No, this isn't Cyberpunk pink. This is just red. Although it does look quite pink. No, salmon. Kind of salmon. It is sort of kind of salmon. Okay, so this is the fail reason text block. Aha! If red is your favorite, there's a good chance you thought Spider-Man was the coolest as a kid. No. I thought Iron Man was the coolest. And I still think Iron Man is one of the coolest. Yeah. Give me a second. Oh, yeah. Ah, the millionaire thinks the billionaire is cool. What? It's not even a real person. I think this should be larger. Wait, no. I think it should be larger too. What are you trying to say? Terminator is the coolest? I'm the Terminator. Drop the cookie now. Isn't that from I still have to watch some of Arnold's other movies, like the one where he's a teacher or a substitute teacher or whatever. Who's your daddy? And what does he do? Kong. I'm new. What kind of game? Trying to figure out while watching. Real life simulator. It's a co-op survival horror game. Basically, all of the players are Please hold. My brain is trying to think here. All of the players are employees of a monster train, and they have to keep the train running. I want to see if making this with an outline makes it nice and thick. Nice and thick. Ooh. Ooh, do we like that? Kind of makes it not easy to read. It's okay. One day we'll have a game description. One day we'll have a Steam page that's public. We have a Steam page, it's just not public. Okay, now we need the reasoning for the failure. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a variable here called fail reason. It's going to be text, because this is going to be forward facing. And then we're going to expose it on spawn, compile, blah, blah. And then over here, we'll go here, and then I go who, and then the set text block. Okay, very cool. And then we do this. And then I do this. And then I do this. Yeah. And then let's see, does the animation work? Yes, but I feel like it should last a little bit longer. Yeah. How much RAM the PC? I tried on Unreal Engine one time and it was eating my RAM. Yeah, UE5 is a bit of a it likes to suck up RAM. I have 64 gigs of RAM. I got 64. At 32 and it's all right. I noticed with 32, I feel like the engine crashes a lot more often. $64 and he claims he's not a millionaire. 64 gigs. Literally, I shit you not, I bought this, I think, before everything went to shit. So lucky. Probably the last time I'm ever getting prices like this. Yeah, I also bought the 5070 when the prices were like okay. I don't know what the price is now. I'm sure it's like we're gonna have to pass our PCs down to our grandchildren. You joke about that, but we literally are going full circle. PCs used to be not accessible. You'd have to go to a library to use one. Now it's just going to be the same thing. We're going to have to go to a library to use one. Or, like you said, you got to pass it down your fucking PC down to whoever. It's actually kind of fucked up. The 80 plus GPUs are a lot. 70 and under seems to be all right. Okay, okay, okay. All right. I'm on 16 gigs, 6 gigs eaten by Windows, so I got 9 gigs for Unreal Engine. I'm fine. What are you on about, guys? Listen, we open a project that's not just an empty project, okay? We have projects that actually have like assets in them that we have to load. Okay. All right, we're not opening a fucking template project and being like, yeah, my Unreal's fine. Listen, I got a bunch of shit I gotta load. Got a whole ass scene and shit. They're already dead. Optimize your code and project. You guys know I've been pretty optimized about my stuff. It's not like I'm putting 4K textures in here. My dear shareholders, we fucked up. We never had to give people personal computers. This mistake will take 40 years to fix. So this should be jailed. 1979 CEO of some company, probably. My YouTube live? Let's double check. Yes, we are. Okay, good. Had to check. Optimization is a job for future devs or modders that can do it for me, said the Bethesda developer. All right. So now we need to show the fail state UI when the game fails. How do we determine... How do clients receive this information? How do we show the clients this information? How do we show the clients this information? We need to open the game state. Where does it show in the game state that the game failed and that the clients... Where do we check that shit? That is in the gameplay train state tick. Okay, players lost, clear timer, server restart game. Is that it? That's it? What if we, and in the what if then, okay. Yeah, all right. Wait, is the train explosion sequence replicated? Because I'm looking at it right now. That shit does not look replicated. And I don't think it is. I think we have a variety of things we need to do in here. Do I use Blueprint Assist? I don't know what that is. We haven't replicated anything in the past week. Yeah. Just organizes the nodes for you. That's fine, man. I can do that myself. It's pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. You just go whom, and then you click Q, and then you go from, and then Q, and then that's it. Organized. Okay, so the restart state is not... replicated. Organized spaghetti is still spaghetti. That's okay with me. I'm a big fan of spaghetti. Had some last night. And meatball. Multiple meatballs. I opened my Coke too fast. Guess who has to clean the kitchen floors now? How did that even happen? What do you mean you opened the Coca-Cola too fast? What'd you do? Shake it first? Haven't had spaghetti in ages? You're missing out on life. Someone shook the cola? But why did they shake the cola? What I'm surprised by is the server restart game is starting the camera fade. And I think clients get that. Hold on, looking into this. Hold on, looking into this. Justin, game dev remembers this game's multiplayer should be tested. It's fine. Hey, look at that. Oh yeah, I think I did this off stream. I made it so that the time of the date and time is all working. Will I do authoritative server stuff for anti-cheat? Oh. No, probably not. No, probably not, no. Explosion sound in the distance. Okay, so what I'm curious about is the fail state. Does it immediately restart the server? Or what I'm also curious about is the stranded UI going to appear on the client? Uh-oh. Guys. Write that down, write that down. 20260722 bugs of the day. Check to-do list. Stranded UI not showing on client. Okay, all right. Next up, we need to check if the fail state causes his screen to fade out or just mine. Wait, how is his screen fading out? Guys, it would appear server travel has not worked properly. Wait, what? His hand is still, he's still in the world. Wait, where is he? He's supposedly still in the world. Is he under the floor? Wait, that shit ain't something ain't right. Huh. Interesting. It's quite interesting that the start camera fade is actually playing on the client as well. Very peculiar. Very peculiar. Oh, wait, multi-restart game called... Oh, I should have maybe read the code a little bit more, and then that would have been... Oh, that's... Oh, okay. I see. RNG Dog, bottom 9%. Oh, I did it again and I got top 33%. 781918. 781918. 781918. I still think an RNG dole game as an incremental game would be great. I just don't know how to design it. You know, Bob? Is that Notion? Yes. Or as I like to call it, Notepad 2. Let's play a different soundtrack. I need something more chill, though. I need something chill. And in the background... Minecraft. First we mine, then we craft. So first off, the stranded UI is not showing on the client. Of course. Why, of course. Stranded UI, which is funny. Shit. I think I know what the problem is. The server receives the right call, which is equal to strand. Wait, no. What? I should really put a input on this. Set with notifying, currently at station. Please hold. Where's the note? Ah, on rep, currently. You could expand that with just a probability game. You can have coins, dice, RNG, whatever else there is. Could be fun. Could be fun. Could be a great like way to learn Godot, which I don't know why. Like I thought about it. I was like, why would I learn Godot? Why would I learn Godot? I vote the Terraria OST. That's not chill, bro. That ain't chill. That ain't chill, bro. That ain't chill. So here we call entered station here. And here we call entered station at the beginning. Huh. Okay. Gonna be cat. So the stranded state. Oh, wait. Is it just that the stranded state doesn't even get called at all on the client? Hold on. Ah, it doesn't. Oh, that's so funny. Wait. So then how does this one get called? Oh, that's why. Because we do a multicast. Am I dumb? I'm stupid? What? No. The subject is aware. Put that down. Write that down. 3:19 p.m. They're golden.
I could go for a second coffee. Yeah. A second cuppa.
Yeah, hope you're doing well, Golden. Okay, so I'm dumb. Surprise. We gotta put a multicast in the thing.
It seems I forgot to do something extremely important.
Scored a good deal on a Lenovo LOQ laptop with Ryzen 3. Got it for $950 before tax. I think I got my partner a Lenovo LOQ. I have a Lenovo Legion. They're both laptops at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like, for Unreal Engine 5, it's still heavy. Honestly, like, if you have a computer that's really good, and then you're like planning on getting a laptop for work, you could, for the most part, just get a semi-good computer or laptop that just, you know, is able to do things, able to, you know, plug in a mouse and it doesn't suddenly start slowing down. Doesn't overheat, you know, typical shit. And then just run it through Parsec. As long as you're okay with your desktop PC being turned on and being connected to and whatnot. That being said, I haven't used Parsec enough yet, so maybe after my trip I'll be able to determine the experience of that. Doesn't overheat or a laptop. Pick one. Do all laptops just overheat? Is that just a fucking problem with laptops? But that seems like a pretty good deal. 32 gigs of RAM. The $950, about 9/10 of that is the 32 gigs of RAM. Now, if you don't use Unreal, you can use anything with any engine. It's just for some reason Unreal. Well, you probably can't use CryEngine. I would assume CryEngine is probably as hefty, if not more. But let's be real. Who the hell is using CryEngine in the big 2026? CryEngine is odd. I don't know. It just doesn't seem... It doesn't seem public friendly. I'm cooking so hard with my game right now. Okay, what kind of cuisine we talking? Does Parsec run on Mac? That's a good question. I would check. Because at the end of the day, well, like, you still need a PC, right? So if you have a Mac, but you have a PC that, like, runs your stuff, right? You just connect to it. I actually, one time, now to be fair, I was just on LAN. Still very impressive though. As a test, took my laptop and I connected to it and I booted up Deadlock. To be fair, it was local. Like, I wasn't like somewhere else. I was on the same network. No latency. And the quality actually looked so good. I was like, what the fuck? What the flip-flop? I was actually extremely impressed by how the quality and the latency of it, like, there was like no latency. I don't know how they do it. I got CryEngine for fun, as well as a copy of the Stingray game engine from Autodesk that they used for Helldivers 2. Right, Helldivers 2 used a very interesting engine that I've never heard of before, I feel like. I heard you can use a PTM 7950 on a laptop. They just be putting numbers on anything now. The cooling performance even beats like... Is that like that thing that you put underneath the computer or whatever? I just got here. What's with the Mac convo? No, we're talking about compatibility with Mac and then Parsec, which is basically like a... What would you call that? What would that be called? Like a remote desktop connection software? Is that the best way of... Yeah, remote desktop connection. I wouldn't say it's a virtual desktop because virtual desktop would imply that it's a different desktop, right? I think remote desktop would be like a remote connection or whatever. I see people use Parsec and similar things for like fighting games and stuff. Oh shit. It's good, man. It's good. It works. I haven't used it for work yet because I think you have to purchase the subscription for work. Technically, you can use it for free for gaming, but then for work-related stuff, technically you have to pay the monthly or the annual price. Okay, so server transition to stay stranded. We need to make it multicast. Also, the train explosion. Also, probably multicast. I'm on my personal Windows computer and on my work Mac while working. I enjoy both. I haven't tried using Unreal on my personal Mac though. Yeah, I feel like any laptop though, it's especially UE5, it's not a good time. UE4, I think it's fine. Well, I don't know on Mac, but on laptop, I think I have a feeling UE4 is probably perfectly fine. UE5 for some reason is just one big hunky, chunky load of fucking steaming shit. And wah! The hot ticket right now is not the game engine. It's MCP workflows destroying everything. What's that? I don't know what that is. Virtual would imply a system running inside another system. Remote would imply connecting to a physical system. Yeah, right. Which is why I'm thinking, I feel like Parsec is just remote. Although Parsec has some like stuff to, I guess, guesstimate. There's some stuff that Parsec has that's interesting, but I don't know if I would call it virtual. Anyway, I took a UE5 course like 2 semesters ago. Everyone, including me, were on gaming laptops, and the fan noise in that room was wild. Or the heat must have been wild in there. The motherfucker in the back who has that one shitty laptop. Oh shit, my battery blew up. UE6 is going to require 2 times the RAM. Epic Games lost touch with, I think, reality. In my opinion. From my perspective, I think they lost touch. Or maybe they were never in touch. Maybe that's the reality. And this is me just talking about the directors, the people at the top. I think there's some cool people that work there and have worked there that unfortunately have been laid off. They always just chase the money. The instant they got a little pay pig, which was Fortnite, they just went all in on the pay pig. They're like, yo, what if we just fuck over our game engine by putting our other thing in the game engine, even though other people don't give a fuck. UE6 might not be the play. Crimin is, when is your engine releasing? The farthest I think I'm ever going to get in terms of game engine is like a modified source version of UE5, maybe. That's probably as far as it gets. But I'm not a C++ pro. I'm stupid. Hard call to make. They clearly saw that language models were the key and so created their own language verse so that MCP workflows will work with Unreal. Right. Well, I think they're fucking stupid. Well, I think they're dumb. And sure, hey, listen. The AI bros, they could be like, Well, you're going to be proven wrong. Okay, I'll be waiting. I'll be right here. Listen, I'll admit defeat. But we're not there yet. We ain't there yet. Do you think Epic Games is still a software company first, games company second? I think they're just like any other company. They're just looking for shit to acquire 24/7. And then fuck it. What would you call that? An acquisition company. They're neither of those things. I don't know. Okay, we need to put a multicast in here. Multi-transition to stranded. It's really annoying having to fucking do this shit. Does it need to be set to reliable? Whatever, set to reliable. Start, camera, fade. Call, entered station. Delay, start, camera, fade. Should I be using a delay? Nah. Am I going to use it anyway? Yeah. Yeah, I will. As a matter of fact, I will. Okay, now we should see the UI pop up, which was this one bug. Let's see though. Stranded UI not showing on the client. Let's see if it actually shows up. Here we go. Back in we go. We got a Python dev environment open now. And I'm vibe coding a UI/UX system. I don't even have Unreal Engine open. Cool. Wait, why is teleport to station not working? Oh, I'm in the wrong... What the fuck? Explosion. Explosion! God, I love the far distant explosion sound. It's so good. It's so distorted. I feel like it fits the game perfectly. Yes. Now all we need is random metallic sounds banging all over the place. Bing, 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 bing. Random sound of a dog in the background. Woof, woof. What the... System resources being used are practically zero. What do you guys think is like the thing that makes UE5 so like heavy? It's definitely not the rendering, because once you turn off the rendering and go back to like UE4 rendering. Now I know it's not going to be the same as UE4 at any point. They must have done something on the UI that like fucked something. Like something in Slate. I gotta profile the engine. That would be interesting. Profile the editor. I'm pretty sure you can profile the editor. Alright. So we are now in the third route? Second route. Third route. Which part of UE seems heavy? I feel like the entire thing. I don't know if it's like... I don't know if it's the UI or something, but I feel like it's just... It does feel a little bit more... A little slower, a little sludgy. Just going through the engine in general. Just like navigating it. Opening different UI element, like windows and whatnot. It just feels... It feels a lot... I wouldn't say a lot slower. It's slower than... Okay, great. So they got the stranded UI. Yes! Yes! And they got the fade out. Yes! UE4 did have a snappiness to it. It definitely did feel very... I don't know, just... It felt... Yeah, it felt more... It felt like there was less... I don't know. I don't know how else to word it, really. Also, the other thing to consider is just how heavy it feels on like a laptop in comparison to UE4. I feel like there's like a lot more RAM usage. I believe they tinkered with the shaders as well, like just the base shader stuff. Okay, So now we just need the fail state. We should make an event for that. Right now, I believe the state for that is just server restart game. Well, would we have any other reasons for the server restarting beyond just a failure state? Imagine if they made a UE Lite version that was actually performant. There's a GitHub fork called Vite, but they also like removed a bunch of shit. And my only problem with any sort of GitHub fork is usually the people that are behind the fork are usually very opinionated. Micro delays in terms of UX flow. Part of it is the amount of tooling and objects that have been added, so the engine has to churn through all the enabled tools. Turning off all tools I can would improve it, and any other stuff is basically because of quality settings. Others are funny enough from Windows 11. Where UE was still open a window, and Windows the slow down point. Literally depends. Most of the people saying it's slow. I haven't dug into the internals. I've disabled so much stuff. Maybe it's like that whole thing that they're doing with UE 6 right now, where they're like removing all of this like circular dependency stuff. I wonder if that's causing an issue. But with all the UI and Slate and whatnot, but I don't know, man. It just doesn't feel as snappy as UE4 does. And I've disabled so much stuff. Maybe there's some more stuff we could disable though. I'm sure I could probably look through the plugin list and find a bunch of shit. Like Alembic, I probably don't need. Also, another thing that everybody can disable, they enable sending data. Where was that? Which setting was that? Which area was that in? Oh yeah, bug reports and usage data. Make sure you have this shit turned off, because they automatically turn that on. That shit's automatically turned on, and that can be laggy. And then there's some other ini file commands or ini file stuff that you can also change too, just to be sure. But this shit's fucking ass. I noticed this would cause some hitches. Not good. Not good. Not good. I send all my data to Epic Games. They have my DNA, ancestral, and sleep data. Why do they need that? Why do they need that? Yeah, I don't know. Just feels heavy. Feels a bit heavy. It's like walking. It's like going through sludge. It's like going through sludge, I feel like. Sometimes it feels like going through a little bit of sludge. Oh, let me see. Let me see this. Is this the right timestamp? Oh, I saw this thumbnail, but I didn't. Disable legacy bindings in project settings for UMG. Disable legacy bindings in project settings for UMG? Huh? Disable legacy settings on. Disable legacy bindings and project settings for UMG. Is that just when you bind things? Editor utility widgets. Oh, this is... Oh, okay. This is just to prevent any of your team using property bindings, which if they don't know what they're doing, they will probably use that. It's not really a thing that optimizes, it's more so to stop them from doing something fucking stupid. Use simple collision as complex. Interesting. An interesting default. I did click through this video, but I didn't click it like in the video. I just like, you know, when you do this and you scroll through the video and shit, that's what I did. No, Grim, you have to have us argue?
No. No, I don't think so. I don't think I will.
Toxic community equals constant community? Is that how that works? Do I just have to read chat less? Engage less? They always said to engage, but maybe the secret is to actually not engage. To disengage. I think this is one of those talks where I gotta listen to what he's saying because I don't think the slides are doing it much justice. Okay, so the server restart game, we should probably rename this, but let's see, where do we call this and how often? When it's after stranded, players lost. If all of the players are dead, we restart the game. Technically incorrect. We have to change this. He does have a link at the end you can scan that has some good stuff too. I'll have to look into it. I'd be curious, man, to see if we can really get this engine feeling as smooth as UE4. I don't know if that's possible. Why do you make me fucking, there a link in here? Of course not. Motherfucker. Is this just a Linktree link? No, this makes sense for like being in a thing, but re-uploading it, I wouldn't mind having the link. I'm gonna assume this is just going to a Linktree. Hold on. Oh yeah, it is. Mm-hmm. World building guide? Yo, wait, hold on. Yo, wait, hold on. Look at this. Look at this. Important changes in 5.6. Good practices. This is for world partition? I don't use world partition. 1 file per actor? The worst fucking thing ever. Level instances and pack level actors. Actor, wait, support variants through actor filters, new in 5.3, and property overrides. Actor filters. They support variants through actor filters. Wait, hold on. Actor filter. Oh shit. Wait, that's kind of sick. Wait, hold on. That's kind of fucking cool. Wait. Actor filter. Huh. I'd be curious to look into that a bit more. Maybe we could have a little bit of randomization using the actor filter stuff. Yep. What? Is this because I don't have world partition enabled, so I can't use this stuff? Support variants through actor filters and property overrides. Actor filters / variants support new in 5.4. Data layers on the low instance actor is propagated to its entire content. Gotta look at this a bit more. There's a lot of stuff in here. Very cool. I also disagree about UE4 being snappy, and I'm saying this from a AAA perspective. Like, don't get me wrong, when I worked with VR stuff in a studio, it did get sluggy, but that's just because so many people are doing stuff with it who don't come from a technical artist background to keep things optimized, and then they accidentally import maybe a couple 8K, 4K textures in there. You know what I mean? Just accidentally, you know, that could really fuck a VR project. Listen, one 100 megabyte texture isn't going to hurt anyone. Right? It's not going to hurt anyone. At least from my experience, Suit for Hire was pretty snappy. Working in UE4 for Suit for Hire was pretty snappy. It had its moments, don't get me wrong, but I think that was more skill issue on my part. 8K for a glove that takes up 5% of the screen isn't that bad? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It'll texture streaming will deal with it. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Worry about it. It'll be fine. Worry about a thing. All right, let's get this UI showing up on screen. I think we're going to rename server restart game to server fail state game restart. Server fail restart game. Server game fail restart game. Server game fail restart. Something like that. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Server fail restart game restart server. Server restart server game fail restart server game fail state restart server game fail restart server game fail server match failed server match no server game fail state restart. And then an input with string fail reason, and then multi restart game called. This will now be called multi game fail multi game fail state restart multi game fail state. Got it. Yes. This shouldn't be a string, this should be text. Stupid, I'm dumb. I gotta refresh this shit myself? This is fucking, are you kidding me? Oh my god, I can't set a timer on server game fail state restart because there's an input? Are you kidding me? I hate this. Why can't you set a timer on... Why can't you... Can someone help me out here? Can you really not set a timer on something that has an input? Did I make the character mesh and rig? The rig is just using Auto Rig Pro. And it's just the UE4 skeleton. I did make the mesh, but it's just a sausage. You can only set a parameter on timers in C++. Route it to an empty event and call it with a variable. We could do that. We could do that. Or, alternatively, you know what we could do? You ready for this? A delay. You know what we can do instead? Just kidding, I can't because this is a function. Oh, shit! Oh, I can't do that because it's inside of a function. Uh-oh. Timer by function name? If you do a timer by function name, but it has an input, can you still call it? And can you give... Wait. It has fail reason here. Can I do... Wait, set timer. Wait. If I do this, and I call this... Server game fail state restart. Can I write the fail reason in here? Test. Is this possible? Will this even work? No. You can't tell me what to do, motherfucker. I'm gonna do what I want. You can't tell me what to do. I'm gonna do it anyways. I might have to create a new event called server delay game fail state restart. Server delay game fail state restart delay. Oh, cock. I'll slap my balls if this works. All right. Prepare. We go in. Damaged train. You ready? 1, 2, 3. The server has to restart for this to be successful. All right. I'm sorry. You will not be having children in this lifetime. Wait. Hold on. Don't get to slapping yet. Let's see if this actually spits out the term failed, though. Let's see if it... Hold on. Does it spit out the thing, though? Hold on. This is truly where we will determine if this actually works or not. Okay. Fail reason. Reason. Let's find out. If this prints out fail reason failed, then we're in business, baby. Oh yeah. All right, here we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, it doesn't work. Okay, that part does not work. It just printed fail reason nothing. We cannot rejoice yet. Rejoicing is not here. You can keep your balls. Your balls, they can stay. For now. Your balls can stay for now. Unless maybe the secret is in the event. If it will bring me to the event, please bring me to the event. I'm looking for an event. Okay, fine. I'll find it myself. Do I need to write text? Isn't there a way of writing this? Text? Isn't there is a syntax for this. Wait, hold on. Set timer with inputs. Timer handle? The timer handle to pass to other timer functions to manipulate this timer. What? What do you mean? What are you saying? What are you even fucking saying, man? What is this person saying? Look, I'm looking at this. Add another custom event, perhaps. Set timer by event, custom event. Timer handle. That if this... Depends on what server game fail state restart is expecting. The thing is, I don't know if you can actually do this. Like, I don't know if this is possible to do. Giving it any sort of input through the brackets. Also, I hate you for your stupid function names. What do you mean server game fail state restart is not... Listen, the server game, it tells the server game fail state, and then from there, it restarts. It's a server game fail restart. Man, fuck you. Everybody hates... Why does Crim insist on functions named this long? Listen, it's the only function ever in this project that's that long, okay? I have an idea. Got an idea. Watch this. You guys are gonna love this. We're gonna put delay in here, and then we're gonna have a delay, and we're gonna have a delay in here. Yeah. I wonder if this would break anything. I'm sure it's fine. Anyways, server game fail with stay restart. I won't lie. I hate this. It's just a game full of delays. My code is gonna... Could not find a pin for the parameter delay duration. What is... It's right there, man. You stupid... God. Okay, so now it needs to write failed. Please hold. 1 second, please. Am I trying to pass data to a function that takes no input? That's the thing. I'm curious if you could set a timer and then feed it an input using brackets. Even if it's something as simple as text. So we should have a fail reason. Wait, it's still not working? Oh no. Oh no. Do we not receive... Do we not receive the value because the delay then broke this, and so we won't receive the fail reason anymore? Do I have to set this as a variable? Well, gonna make this private. Here, Niels. Random question for the stamina bar. Do I use event tick to animate? I've been looking for a way to animate progress bars without tick, and I can't find a way. I think we do use tick to interpolate it, I believe. I don't really know if, like, maybe there's a way to make it so the GPU animates it, right? There could be one way you do it through a material, but, like, I think you're probably going to end up having to probably slap that on tick. Most likely. You can maybe somehow interpolate / animate it through a GPU material, but I don't know if that's... I'd say just slap it on tick, honestly. Yeah, de Factoria. I don't know why they don't, like... You know what at least would be nice in Blueprint? Is if, like, okay... Set timer for next tick by event. Huh? It would be cool if when you set the timer, you could just feed a payload to it. You know what I mean? Like, that would be sick. But unfortunately, alas, cannot. Alas, sadly, we cannot. No worries, Niels. When you gotta use tick, you gotta. When you gotta use tick, you gotta. Especially when it comes to, like, interpolating and stuff like that. Brackets will not feed input data, just store the data anywhere and read it when needed. Yeah, I guess I could have just done that, huh? Set this value and then... Whatever, man. Whatever, man. Whatever, man. Whatever, man. I'd be slopping all over the battlefield with my programming. Okay, so fail reason... Wait. Okay. Wait, hold on. Now the fail reason is still not sending us anything. Wait, we're receiving 2 calls. Fail reason failed and then fail reason empty. Wait, was I receiving fail reason empty? I'm gonna check this motherfucker because this is bullshit. Fail reason... Okay, no, it's just this one time that sent it to us. Why is it sending it to us twice? Why is it sending it to... Why are we receiving the fail reason twice? So it calls this. It clears the tick state, and then it calls it. Why is it being called twice? Oh, because all of the players died. Oh, that's... oh, that's why. Oh. Because I'm dying, and then we call it again, and then that's... Oh, I have an idea. I have an idea. We can check if this is empty. This is probably dangerous using text for this, but that's okay. We're just going to set it to empty. Is not empty. Sorry, is not empty. Whoops. Got a free flow. How's it going? Ahoy, how's the game advancing? It's not. It's going well. It doesn't say friend slap. What's going on? It's still friend slap. It's just there was a point in time where we were mixing up games in the stream at once. So there was Suit for Hire and then friend slap. I was too lazy to change the title, and I'm still too lazy to change the title. So it's just whatever it is right now. Hold on, I gotta eat myself an Oh Henry. Mods could change it. Mods, where's the mods? Mods. I've been addicted to Deadlock recently. Despite me hating the hell out of that game. It's a good game until you start playing it. And then you're in the match and you're like, fuck, I hate this game. It sucks. And then you get out of the match and you're like, this is a pretty good game. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was me yesterday. Yep. That was me yesterday. Sometimes you invest 50 minutes plus of your life just to have a salty Russian dude throw the game on purpose. Dude, if I lived in Europe, I would not play Deadlock. Just those random moments where I was for some reason slapped into an EU match made me realize, wow, this fucking sucks. Like, it actually genuinely sucks. It sucks. I would not play the game in EU. You know why they call it EU? Because you're like, ew, you, ew, you, ew. Ew. Do I use C++ at all for this game? I do, but we haven't been doing that much because we're still kind of in like prototype phase, sort of. And also we're doing a lot of UI stuff, which doesn't really need too much. But what about all the fun people like me? Nah, man, listen, like, I don't know what it is about so like people in NA will give up, but they won't give up as in like sit and spawn for the next 30 minutes. People in EU will give up in the first 5 minutes and literally sit and spawn for the rest of the match. And they'll be on their keyboard typing and shit. Like, what are you doing? Just play the fucking game. I shit you not. In probably 90% of EU matches, they just give up. They're so quick to give up. And then start saying throw. And then they'll be like, open. What rank am I at? I'm in Ascendant. Is that the problem? Maybe that is the problem. Maybe it's because I'm in Ascendant. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, NA players will also give up and they'll start yelling at all their teammates, thinking that it'll do anything. Mechanically good ego players. There's a lot of ego. It's really cringe. Get your ego out of your ass. You're playing in Furnace. All you have to do is set the enemies on fire with extended duration and then they just die. And then they're forced to buy a 3200 item just to fucking cleanse. Most hated character? Depends on the day. I think a good doorman will make you want to hate life. Yeah. I think a good doorman will make you hate life. 100%. Oh my god. Hold on, I gotta eat some chips. I'm hungry. Give me a second. I haven't eaten anything since I got back from the gym. And I am thirsty for protein. Sucks in all aspects, but shoving you into a walker through a door isn't one. The best is when you get shoved through, but instead of getting shoved into the walker, you instead end up inside of the fucking wall for some reason. Thank you, Yoshi. You get bugged into the wall. Like, ah, yes, of course. I'm stuck. Didn't know you were working at the gym, Krim. Did they need someone to make the smoothies? No, not working at the gym. Working out at the gym. I did leg day today. Nothing's worse than getting killed by a W left mouse drifter. Disarm. Disarming hex. Suppressor. Battle vest. He's fucking done. Useless. I'm just listing out like items that you could buy early game. Juggernaut's a pretty late game one. And Curse. If you really want to ruin that guy's day, Curse. Suppressor's fire rate? Yeah, Suppressor, if you do spirit damage, it's a 30% fire rate slowdown, I think, was the number. Disarming Hex literally stops him from just shooting anything, so he becomes useless, essentially. And then Cleanse, or, sorry, Dispel for his 2. And that'll annoy that fucker real quick. And then if you want to counterspell his ult, it's not really that useful. Okay, hold on. Multi-game fail state, fail reason, start camera fade. Okay, so in here we have to spawn the UI. Spawn the UI. I repeat, spawn the UI. What up, Jay? Uh-oh. If I get player controller... it will spawn in on the server. But then if I get player controller here on a multicast, is that going to give me the right one? I want to say this is okay. Yeah, I think it's okay. Maybe. Yeah. All right, let's try this out on multiplayer. Venator Holiday, Billy Apollo. Mine are Bebop, Calico. I'm done with Geist. I can't fucking deal with Geist anymore. She used to be my main. I'm done with Geist. Me and Geist, we're no longer friends. Buddy Geist is so strong in my ranks. Dude, I used to, like, in the lower ranks, like Phantom and whatever, I would play Geist at the time. She was so powerful, you would just get spirit resilience and then, like, lifesteal items, and you would be Thanos. You would just never die. What music is this? This is Daybreak by Jan van der Kruisen. Kruisen? It's from the Cat game. So, can I damage the train in here? Does this even work? Apparently so. Uh-oh. Stray, that's the one. How is he alive? The explosion sequence I don't think happens on the clients, by the way, so we'll have to fix that too. All right, here we go. We got to show the UI. Let's see if it works. The hell's going on? Why did it game state fail reason text is empty not. Oh wait, shit, I'm fucking stupid, man. No wonder. God, I'm dumb. I've heard enough. Hiring him for my Zelda Looter ARPG roguelite 2 years down the line. Oh, I believe in you. I believe in you. I do. I believe in you. Oh my god, I'm clicking the wrong buttons. Alright, so damage to the train. Twice. And then a third time once the UI disappears so that we can see if the other UI appears. Okay, here we go. So, the explosion sequence doesn't happen on the client. We need to change that. Although, funny enough, the camera shake appears. And the UI appears. However, the the restart match is still not restarting on the client. I don't know if that's a Pi issue or we might not be able to just restart the game by doing server travel. This might not work. This shit might not work. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I don't think it's gonna work. Hold on, I'm gonna eat a snack. Okay. The Tunic OST is really good. Have you listened to that on stream before? I think I have. I know for sure the Tunic OST has randomly played. Yeah, 100% we listened to it on stream. I recognize the art 100%. I recognize that shit right away. Okay, so now we just make sure that the explosion we just need to make sure that the explosion is playing. So the train explosion sequence. If we just call a multicast, we should be fine. Let's just do it. Custom event, multi train explosion sequence. Multicast, definitely reliable. And then the multicast here we'll call train explosion sequence. So all of the clients will receive that. And then from here, the server will receive it. And then we'll call multi. I misspelled it. Aha! You failed to maintain the train's integrity. I don't know if that's going to... That might be too long. The text might be too long. We might have to put auto wrapping on it. Peace out, Tweak. Rest well. Rest. I can't speak anymore. Rest well. Deadline for the game is tomorrow. That's not happening, boss. That's not happening. Not happening. That's not happening. That's not happening. What do you take me for? A developer who works fast? Okay. Okay. There we go. The client is receiving the same thing. You failed to maintain the train's integrity. Oh, look at that. The text is outside of the bounds. That's good. Ah, good. You failed to maintain the train's integrity. Auto wrap. I feel like auto wrap never does what I want it to do. Exhibit A. Mainly because I don't think it knows where to wrap the text at. How big is this? 1200. I see. 1200, you're saying. So 1150. Failed to maintain the train's integrity. You need to set a container width for the wrap to work, surely? Yeah. This is set up stupidly. So it's not in a wrapper. Busy replicating chaos destruction? Or wow, it's a lot to do. Any sort of replicated physics is... task and a half. Okay, last test. And here we go. Attempting to write... What the hell was that? Did you guys see that? That was all that messages. Attempt to write past end of buffer in open default stream. Closing connection? Okay. Weird. It's synced quite well and quite consistent with structural integrity. Okay. I feel like the only chaos destruction stuff I would do is probably like, isn't there like a thing for chaos destruction where you can save the destruction? Like, you can save the event of like where something is and then the ending point of like where everything is like scattered and whatnot. You can like cache the destruction or whatever. That's probably the only time I would use chaos destruction in a replicated scenario. Or unless I didn't care about where the objects were going, so it could just be done locally. That'd probably be the only thingy for that. Okay, so now we have the fail state showing up on screen. All right. So now we just need one more fail state, which is if you fail to you failed to fuel the train. You failed to reach the fuel quota for the train. You failed to reach the fuel quota for the shift. Aha! You failed to reach the fuel quota for a shift. That's a lot of word vomit. You tried that with the glass doors and Seafire before giving up, didn't you, Krem? No, the only thing that I still don't understand, I think there's a Niagara bug that is causing that crash. Or the destruction. Still didn't fix that. But we didn't cache any sort of destruction stuff. Because it's technically not destruction. We're not using any sort of destruction, technically. It's all just particle effects. Right, that makes sense, Juan. The debris is client side, but the server decides which pieces of geometry to break. Right. Makes sense. Okay, so failed to reach the fuel quota for the shift. Okay, so now we just have to test that one by speeding up time a bunch. Okay, teleport to station. Oh, Bluetooth? I dropped $130 on fun toys. Ah, yes. A pocket pussy, huh? Didn't know you were into that. What was that glitch effect? Looks cool. It's a... Hey, what? Guys, come on. It was a funny joke. He said fun toys. Whatever. God. STM32, 250 caps, 300 resistors, a multimeter, breadboards, and wires. With vibrations. Aha! See? He is making one. I need to know where you can get those so I can avoid them. Anyone have a link? Right, right. What was I talking about before I became unhinged? Hold on. I need a... the glitch effect, right. It's just a panning texture that moves up and down, and then it just modifies the UV and distorts it. And then... That's it. Anyways. Moving on.
Okay, and then we move on to the next area.
On the rail again. With my friends, I'm on the rail again. Alright, next is Stranded. So now it should show the fail state because we failed to fuel it up. Aha, you failed to reach the fuel quota for the shift. Aha, wait, why is the text... Uh-oh, you guys see that on the top? The text is not, whatever. Ah, well, whatever. That was really funny, Mr. Streamer. Yeah, I know. I know. What is that song called? Oh yeah. Was Game Dev Germa cooking today? I'm not Game Dev Germa. Don't call me that. Mods, he's racially profiling me. It's a compliment. I miss Germa. I haven't watched him in a while. I just overwrote a file I did not want to do. I blame this fucking music. On the road again. Trying to find the original file. Never gonna happen. I thought that sound effect that I just heard was in the game. I'm going fucking crazy. Landmine. Landmine, landmine, landmine. Telephone. You should have a rare book spawn on those shelves. That's like a cool item. Yes. A magic missile book. And you gotta say, while holding the book, you gotta say magic missile. Yes! Mods, write that down. I'm not gonna remember. Get back over here. I want to see what it autoplays next. Oh yeah. I thought that was an item. It's just a texture. I gotta make it so we can actually start using some of these rats. Where are the monsters? Did we fix the monster spawning? Yeah. No. Oh, there's item icons final? I just have to change their lighting. Something's wrong with the lighting. Screwdriver. We kind of need to tell the player when the timer is going down. Because I don't know where the hell I am. Rat. I am a rat. Am I gonna add player trackers and tablet? I think that'll be in the front computer. The supercomputer. Is this the game dev stream? It's the stream of the game dev where multiple game devs do the stream. Game dev. It's actually just one game dev, actually. Yes. You're in the right place. Unless you want to see someone not be productive, or... unless you want to see... Never mind, stick around. Put this in here. Put this in here. Is this the $17 coffee consumption gathering? That's tomorrow. Why do I keep dropping things? So what happens if you reach all of the quota, but in one route? What then? Do you just keep going through the routes, even though you already reached the quota?
What then?
Whoa, what's this? What's the incentive to restore power? Feels safer to leave it off to be hidden more. I would assume dark equals more hidden, so there's a benefit to having it on. Some stuff requires power. Some stuff requires power, and then in the future we'll make it so monsters spawn in the dark. There's a specific monster that will chase after you if you're in the dark, basically. The Soul Sucker. The Soul Slurper, I think he was called. The Soul Slurper. Also, it slowly lowers the health of the train. I see, pun intended, mods. Get that man. Watch this. I hate basketball anyways. I was about to say baseball. I hate that too. Gamba? No Gamba today. Maybe Gamba tomorrow. Nothing. Such a party pooper, unbelievable. Huh?
Good stuff. All right.
The fail state UI is in. Is there any other? There's just the when it explodes, when the thing. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. What's next on the list? That's a great question. Fantastic question. As a matter of fact, that's a great question. I gotta reopen that later. Run ended due to failure. Aha! When you complete a full shift. Which I could probably do somewhere else. I could probably put that in the summary. I could probably put that in the route summary. If your AI has hearing sense, you should make it so that when the characters fart, when they're in the dark, alerting the AI. There was an idea at one point where not only do you have to manage the train, you also have to manage your own like character. They like randomly sometimes you have to take a shower, or you have to go to the bathroom, and if you have to go to the bathroom, then you start farting uncontrollably. There was a few ideas for that. I don't know if we'll put it in though. We'll see. I don't know if it'll end up in the game or not. Abiotic Factor does that? I'm just recreating Abiotic Factor. People are going to say I'm a copycat. Am I eating frozen fries? No, they're like fried baked peas. What flavor? Original. The best flavor. You can break your bones, bleed, your health bar, thirst, toilet, you need to stay clean, manage radiation, etc. Okay, I wouldn't go that far, but... Pepper is the best flavor? Nah, man, the thing with pepper is it's so overpowering. I like the taste that the original has. Just sea salt and pea. This is peas. Peas. Mm-hmm. Salty peas, huh? Yeah, big fan. I'm sure I would love that green fucking slop that they eat in the UK. The pea, the what do you call it? What do they call it? Pea. It's peas, isn't it? Pea sludge. This mushy peas. That's it. That's it. Yeah. No, I don't think I would. Okay. Now what? We worked on UI. The UI has been worked on. The route summary has a lot of stuff we need to do. Oh, I gotta lower the volume of this. Mashed peas, mushy peas. Listen, I think they're all the same thing. It's just pea slop. It's green slop. All right. Lots of UI stuff that we did pretty good. The gameplay loop is actually like, you know, coming together a little bit. Hey. Hey. Oh, hey. Now what? Now we got to do the rest of the game? Oh, shit. The rest of the game. The rest of the game. The rest of the game. Is this out yet? No. Wait, making games requires too much work, TBH? Did we ever think about that? Didn't cross my mind in the last 13 years. See you in 6 months? Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, that seems about right. I think more things should blow up on this train. Thoughts? What's up? Nothing much, Dabbed. How are you? I can smell that it'll be a long time to make. You got a good nose. I think I know where the landmine blew up. It's these 3 dummies that landed. Literally in a crime scene right now. Is he spinning every time he gets hit? How hard would it be to make the cam go third person when ragdolling? I thought about that. It could be a good idea. Because you can't really tell what's going on. Oh no. Terminated. Nothing. I see. I accidentally ragdolled into a landmine? Okay. Well, that's good. Right, we gotta change it so when all of the players die, we don't actually end the run. We instead set the time state. Whatever, I'll just do this. 7:18. This should work. So I push the button, and then the player dies. Instead of the match resetting, we instead end up at the station. All right. Nice. We got it.
Good stuff. We're in.
You should add this to the game. What is it? A high-quality spinning rat. I can't play the music on stream. It's gonna mute the stream. What? My body! The rats, when they die, can spin in place.
Yeah, you could stay right there, buddy.
Worked for 20 minutes today. Job well done. Time to game.
It's time to scape and rune. First we rune, then we scape.
There was an item. Is it Run Escape or RuneScape? Unironically, I used to call it Run Escape when I was younger because I didn't know that it was actually RuneScape. I thought it was Run Escape. I would be like, have you guys ever played Run Escape? No one corrected me. I think they were all fucking assholes for not correcting me. Alright, anyways, game's coming together, I think. Something already broke? You still haven't added the funniest mechanic, wind outside? No, we don't have like actual physical wind that like slows you down yet. Don't worry, one day we will. Have you told your therapist about that? No, not yet. Not slow you down, just flings you? Well, I don't know about that, but that could be good. We can't afford a therapist? Back to work? Is it not in the budget? Alright. I guess. A random warning for strong wind. If you're outside, yeeted right to the back. Oh my god, I got something in my throat. I got something in my throat. Ugh. Hurry, eat an O. Henry.
Oh, Henry.
See the monster ragdoll across the train? Listen, the monsters are strong enough to withstand the wind. The sausages, not so much. All right. Where did the werewolf go? He just opened the door and left? Oh, he's over there. You can interact with the books. No. At least not at the moment. How do I get out of here? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Why's he gotta run so fast? What the? I don't even know what the hell happened. We do have to add some monster horror sound effects to all of this stuff going on, by the way. That's going to be fun. Trying to figure out how to get that to work naturally. Something I've never done before. Something I've never done before in my life. Alright, anyways. We gotta move on to the next thing. Last thing for the stream. Semi-last thing for the stream. I love how it instantly brings us to this area. Why do I hear steam everywhere? And why am I, like, out of breath? Why am I, like, up and down? Uh-oh. What the hell happened? And why did this turn into country music? What happened? What did I work on today? A bunch of UI stuff, like when the state, when the match fails and restarts, there's a UI for it now. This one. It'll tell you the reasoning as to why it failed as well. Yeah, I think that's the only one you did today, I think. Yeah. Okay, what's next on the chopping block? Oh my god, the bonuses. Oh, peace out, Bane. Have a good one. Taxed when any players are dead. Bonus when keeping the train health at a certain level. Bonus for feeding the engine to 33% or 66% or 100%. Bonus for monsters killed. Bonus for cleanliness. This is going to be a really huge if statement. I don't see any other way around this. I think it's going to be a shit ton of if statements. Would the dead player tax stack if someone dies multiple times? Yes. I would say yes. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. We don't know yet. I think so. I don't know how else to do this than a huge sequence that goes through and checks each one of these and checks if the state was true or not. Literally don't know. But hey, no better time to do this than now, right, guys? No better time to do it than now. Would it just be a array of well, a map can't be replicated, right? So I think it's just an array of a struct that has the description and the value. Description, value. I think that's our best bet. So we're gonna have to make a struct. Yes, I would like to make a struct, please. All right. We haven't made one of these in a while. Haven't looked at C++ in a while. Okay, so you struct blueprint type struct f route pay summary pay bonus. UE6 no blueprints, better to learn more C++ or AI? That's okay, I'll just keep using UE5. Easy solution found. So this is going to be a text. Is it f text in UE? I think it's f text. And then, so this is description. And then we need a float, which is value. And then I guess we could have another value in here, which is quantity. Screw it. Not having blueprints is crazy work. That's the only benefit of UE, in my opinion. I wouldn't say it's the only benefit. I think the nice benefit of UE is just it has a lot of stuff. But yeah, blueprints is definitely a big blueprints is definitely one of the biggest things that made me use the engine because I didn't know any coding going into it. It was the deciding factor between Unity and UE at the time, which was between Unity, whatever fucking version, and 4.6 or 4.7. Fell in love with Godot after exiting Unity in my case. See, I think transitioning from Unity to Godot is a lot easier than transitioning from Unreal to Godot, I feel like, because it's not as big of a shift, I guess, as Unreal. Crim building a tolerance to his kryptonite. I use C++ once in a while. I just haven't had the reasoning to use it. I'm going to put 0 in here as the beginning point. Do I have to put anything in here for F text? For the... Do I just put none equals none? Whatever. Okay, rerun. Save everything in here. Rerun. The best part about using C++ is anytime you edit anything, you gotta rerun the entire engine. What happened there? Okay. All right. Okay. So the server would calculate the stuff, and then set it to a replicated array, and then the summary would be read by the client. Yeah. Actually, do we need to replicate that array? Couldn't we just send the array via RPC, and wouldn't that be cheaper for this one-time event? Which one is cheaper? A replicated variable or sending the array through the RPC? My brain just can't do the scripting. I don't know what part of the spectrum I'm on, but without visual scripting, I feel like a fish in the desert. You know, everybody has different things. For me, I would say it's still a challenge to get a grasp of the whole syntax coding thing, like how to write it and whatnot. I think the big thing that made it a little bit more approachable was the software. Visual Studio sucks. But Writer feels a lot more like easy on the eyes and like, I don't know, it feels more intuitive. I don't know what it is. It just felt better and cleaner to get into C++ using Writer than Visual Studio. But that's not to say I'm a professional by any means. Like, I just create my structs and my enums in C++ because I feel like that's a lot more stable in UE5. Blueprint structs are a bit of a nightmare, I would say. But no, I agree. Visual scripting definitely made it a lot easier for me to learn this stuff. And I ain't letting anyone take that away from me. I don't give a shit what these motherfuckers say. Oh, you should be using this. Whatever, use my balls. Ha ha. Oh, stop. Sorry. I'll stop. This station call is after the server transition? Yeah, I think we should change that. I think we should change that. Probably a good idea to change that. For safety. For the purposes of safety. I bet you there's a delay somewhere, which is why this works. Even though it shouldn't. This shouldn't work. Okay, so do we set a replicated variable, or do we just we calculate all the information and then send it via RPC? Is it cheaper to set a array as a replicated variable or send it through an RPC? I feel like it would be cheaper through the RPC. We'll just send it through the RPC. We're doing it through the RPC. Where's the summary? Oh, fuck. The summary is being sent by a event dispatcher. Okay. Ah. Good. Good. Very good. I think actually it might just be cheaper to set a replicated variable now that I think about it. Where do you draw the line on optimization? Like, yeah, it would be cheaper, but is it worth it? For me, the biggest thing is, like, especially at these stages of development, if something is starting to hog the game, like, really badly to the point where it's like over time the game becomes 30 FPS, which we did have a bug that happened at some point and I had to figure it out. That's 100% a priority. If it's something minuscule and causes maybe a temporary 5 FPS drop for now at this stage of development, I can kind of let it slide for now. I think that's the biggest thing. But a lot of times I think it's good to kind of code in a way that's clean-ish. When it comes to networking, though, I still don't know the best practices. So that's kind of like a, I got to figure it out kind of thing. I got to figure it out kind of thing. Okay, so here is where we would, and here, calculate the bonuses. Calculate pay bonus? Could that be the name of the function? Calculate pay bonus? Okay. And then the output is going to be an array of bonus, summary, pay bonus as an array. Pay bonus results. Okay. Current pay bonus results will be a bonus array. Okay. Have you seen Crim's output log? Warnings and errors? Whatever. Warnings and errors. Who cares? Who cares about that? All right. So how many states do we need to check for? 1, 2, 3. Well, the base pay bonus, I think we would keep that there. Maybe you don't get the base pay bonus if all of the players were dead. Only given if at least one player is alive. Okay. This is going to end up being very big. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Is this the right way to do this? Probably not. Is there a better way of doing it? I don't know. There's always a better way of doing something. But we're making a huge if statement. That's basically what we're doing right now. Surely it'd be a fail. So if the players all die, but they haven't reached the end yet, then they'll be able to respawn at the next station. It's just, you know, things might be fucked. If times 13. Yeah, it's just 13 if statements. It's not that bad. It's just 13 if statements. It could be so much worse. Bonus when keeping train health at a certain level. I feel like the bonus should be higher depending on how much health the train has, and then lower if it's like lower health, right? I feel like that makes sense. I'm just writing these comments down so then we know what we need to do with all of this. It's gonna get messy in here. It's gonna get real messy in here. 13 so far. Oh, don't worry. It might end up being 30 at one point. Maybe one day. Yippee! Yippee! Bonus for reaching quota, 33%, 66%, or 100%. So we need to save a value of what the quota was at the very beginning of the match. Because we don't want to keep giving this reward. Or do we? If you have 33% and you get another one. No, I feel like it should only give you when you reach a certain milestone. You don't need to justify comments to us, bro. We know they're useful. Guys, these comments I don't think are necessary. However, it's so I don't have to keep reading back to my Notion page. I am realizing this looks pretty fucked up. I see so many branches. This. I don't know any other way around it. Yeah. Bonus for any monsters killed. Bonus for cleanliness. Which I don't really know how we're going to define that as. Cleanliness. I guess there'd be no, like, maintenance tasks for cleaning anything. Bonus for taking all or most items from train cars. Okay, that's going to be interesting because we're going to have to keep track of that. More work. I love this bonus system. It just means I have to do so much more work. Bonus if all players are alive. Guys, help. This is gonna look really bad. It's gonna look really bad. This is exactly how I did my grading system in the Cowboy game. Hey, that's okay with me, man. Hey, wait, I've never done this though. Come on, guys. Guys, come on. I would code better than this, at the very least. This is just like a bunch of if statements for like completely different states. We're going from cleanliness to how many people are alive. You should see some of my blueprints. I don't think I want to. I'm going to be real with you. Bonus of all the players alive. Side jobs completed. Which would technically be a completely different thing, but we don't have any of that in here yet, so. Side jobs completed. Bonus for docking before 10 minutes. I'm basically just rewriting what I have on my Notion page, so I don't have to keep looking back at the Notion page. And then we can go down this list and slowly start implementing this stuff. We're almost there. 2 more. Tax if 4 or more maintenance are active. Okay. Whoa. It looks like a candle. Very nice. Very pretty. Or a chandelier, depending on which direction you look. Do not look in your Discord. What's in the Discord? That's not so. Hey, listen, that's not so bad. That ain't so bad. That ain't so bad. Although if you used like collapsed graphs, like this would be fine. But your code looks. Oh, he's burger maxing. Got a little bit of a burger there. I see a thing with a plus in the. He's making burgers. This node goes outside of the fucking comment bounds, brother. What the hell is that one doing? What the hell is this one doing? Get put it in the... Kick, punch. Kick, punch. Camera hurt Bob. Huh? Huh? Is that an event tick? Why doesn't everything else gets a comment except for the event tick? I'm never screenshotting Speedshot's character blueprint. Color coded comments. What are we, professionals? Nah. No, that's not something a professional does. That's someone with OCD. That's what that is. Wait, why does the game state have a default scene root? Is the game state an object that's in space? Why does it have a transform? And you can add Am I in the right place? Can the game state have components? Like scene components? It spawned in the world on start. Interesting. Very interesting. So, pay bonus, only given if at least one player is alive. Okay, how do we determine if the players are alive? That's a really good question. Thanks for asking. Well, I believe we do that. We check for that in the life state. Aha! We have a variable called players dead, which looks like a local variable, actually. Well, that's fucking unhelpful. Duplicate this. Duplicate this now. Get dead players. Get players dead? I don't fucking know. Turn this off, turn this off, turn this off. Player dead, we don't need that print. We need a return node. Oh no. Ow. I think if we're constantly feeding the value of if they're dead to the thing, it should be fine. A current alive player count? Right now, I think I just need how many players are dead. Because we can easily read how many players there are through the player array. The output is going to be this. And then put this in here. Yes. Yes. Okay. Now we need to get players dead. If dead players... Wait, no, we need the amount of live players. Hold on. This is very simple. This is very straightforward. We get the players dead, and then we get the player states. Players. Get player array. God, I hate that. Length. If the dead players, if the length is more than the dead players, pay bonus. Aha! Aha! You see? Okay, let's do player is alive, give bonus. Let's do this as a test first, just to make sure this is all working. So we need to first call calculate pay bonus. Calculate pay bonus. Calculate pay bonus. Calculate pay bonus. We're just gonna call that now for now. Okay, server transition to station. So I go in, I do the thing, everyone's happy. Am I in the right place? Yes. Players alive give bonus. All right, I saw it. Players alive give bonus. However, what if we go in the run, but the player is dead? Let's see if that actually works. Player died. Player's dead. Okay, what I want to do as a test is what if we go into the next route? I can't. Because... we're in the last... thing. Actually, just do it. Just fell over. So, teleport to station, what that's going to do, we end up stranded. Get this off my screen. Okay, and then we proceed. I don't think when we become alive, we're resetting the B is dead in the player state. Guys, I don't think we're resetting that value. I don't think we are. So, set player life state? But then when we set the player life state... Okay. Do we have an event for respawning the player character? Where is that? Where's respawn? Where do we respawn the players? Server transition to station. This is probably where we would respawn the players. Respawn all dead players. B is dead, true. Set player life state, not dead. Huh? Ah, shit. So, something is not right with... Uh-oh. Something's not right with our get players dead state. Either that or this is the problem. No, it's working. Vine boom. I do think the explosion sound is great. I love the explosion sound. I can't wait for players to like hear that shit. Their friend walks into a room, you just hear that shit in a distance. The great thing is the players don't need to walk on the landmine. A rat can do it for them. If they're close by or if they're really far away. It's great. It's not animal cruelty. It's not. The rats are assholes, okay? It's just it's called relocating to rat heaven. All right. I don't know why this didn't, unless maybe it did and I missed the output log call. We do have a lot of errors in here, don't we? Kind of annoying. Transitioning players alive, give bonus. So we have that one here. Can I like find instances in here? The problem is if we type teleport, it's not gonna actually go to it where it is here. Can I do that? Luckily, that text is green. Okay, so it's after spawning. Okay, I see it. Server stranded, players proceed. Oh, I see. That's because I didn't put that code there. Oh man, fucking stupid. Yep, that would explain it, huh? That would explain, because I didn't run the code in this specific section. Yeah, it's making a little bit of sense now why I wouldn't see the print string. Haha! Ha! Got it! I think that deserves an O. Henry. I gotta close this. I could eat this whole bag. Treat-based reward system? Yes! I'm like a dog chasing cars. Except the cars are features for my video game. All right, bonus when the train integrity is at a certain level. I feel like there should be a way to 100% keep the train at a certain amount of health. Okay. More if statements, probably. Another 7 if statements added to the board. Bonus when the train integrity is at a certain level. Let's make it so we give this bonus if the train integrity is at least above 40%. Not that one. I don't remember if this is supposed to be 0.4 or 40. Oh my god, more than 0? Oh, come on. The train health minus calculate train damage 0.03, 0.01, 0.05. I think it is a 0 to 1 value. No, but if it's a 0 to 1 value, that means that the fire task would kill this in 1 hit. Wait, why don't I just check the default? Sometimes I'm smart, and sometimes I'm not so smart. Sometime smart, sometime not smart. So 40. Okay. And then we'll give a bonus for every increment of 10. So if you're above 50%, you get 5 credits. If you're above 60%, 6 credits. If you're above 70%, 7 credits. If you're at 100%, 12 credits. Money, baby. Money. Although in its current state, you literally cannot get 100% health, which I think could be kind of interesting, adjusting some stuff so it's possible. Reward the players that finish the tasks really quickly so that the train doesn't take any damage at all. I feel like that'd be kind of cool. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. So we'll want to divide the train health by 10. And then yeah, divided by 10. And then from there we can do a truncate, or is it towards 0? Yeah. So all we would do is do this, divide by, not time span. No one uses that node, Unreal. Why are you defaulting to that? Get a job. All right, so divide by 10 and then truncate. And then that would give us how much reward. What the fuck? I use it all the time? No, you don't. Get that. Show me one screenshot where you're using that. The divide, the time span divide. It's under NDA. Oh, get the hell out of here. Get... Mods! I could go for coffee too now. Am I pronouncing that right, by the way? Truncate? 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 Truncate. Right, it's truncate, right? When we calculate whatever, then we're gonna split this and then we'll give a description. We'll format it. And then in here we'll give the value, which is for some reason a float. When credits, you can't have half a credit. Why didn't I just make that an integer? Whatever. Tronsanate? Tronsanti. That's literally not it. Tronsanti? That's not truncate. That's it? No, it's not. Here, watch this. My Stream Deck still doesn't fucking work. How to pronounce truncate. Okay, here we go. Ready? I got it. It's me. What? Listen to this. Listen to this. Have a listen.
Truncated.
Slow.
Truncated.
Truncate. I'm saying it right. Mods. Chop off that guy's balls. We can't even hear it? I'm being attacked. All right, so this is basically the workflow. We check if something should have a bonus, and then we add it to the array. And then when the receipt comes in, everything will be added in as a separate little line with the description and the value. It's that easy, baby. It's that easy. It's that easy. It's a lot of nodes though to do. Okay, bonus in reaching quota 33%, 66%, or 100%. So the problem with this is we need to keep track of what the quota was going into the round, or going into the route. Whatever. Bonus for any monsters killed. Well, currently you can't kill any monsters. So, bonus for cleanliness. Well, please tell me before I calculate the pay bonus. We don't delete all the maintenance tasks, right? So I can read from this. Please tell me that. Please tell me that. Please tell me that. Please tell me that. Please. Bonus if all of the players are alive. Oh, that's an easy one, baby. That's an easy one. We basically check that player's dead is equal 0. Aha. Yes, man. Yes. Grimmy, you have to make the game before you can make the game. Right. Right. What? I was at Internet Coffee and a dude was using Unreal. Was using Unreal. Wait. A dude was using Unreal. To him was having fireflies fly on top of flowers. And I asked him, how did you do this? And he said, an old shader trick. He had fireflies fly on top of flowers. And I asked him, how you did this? Him said, an old shader trick. Well, you could do it with particle effects. You could do it with particle effects. Oh, speaking of which, someone had an idea. In the station, we should have, I just remembered this. We should have the lights have little flies. It wasn't a Niagara particle effect? Like you could have a shader with the world position offset, I guess. Yeah, moths. Are those moths? Hold on. Looking into this. Is it moths? Moths to a flame. Yeah. Moths at nighttime. Moths at nighttime. Moths flying at light at nighttime. Holy moly. These motherfuckers are huge. Wait, they're kind of massive. Wait, moths are kind of huge. I thought they were a lot smaller looking. Do I still play Deadlock? Unfortunately, from time to time. All right. I kind of want to. Can we diverge and do something like really stupid, like a detail thing? Do you guys mind? Am I planning a demo for your game this year? I don't know about a demo, but hopefully at least we'll have the Steam page up with a trailer this year. Hopefully. I hope. Fingers crossed. Depending how things go. We do also need to work on a DLC for my other game, so it's a little bit of a challenge. Moths, Mothra size? No, not that big. Come on. Hanging particulates. Ah. We could do hanging particulates. Hanging particulates. Looping particles being recycled in view. I had a dead moth under my keycaps inside my keyboard? Let's do hanging particulates. Hanging particulates. Flying moths. Ugh. You know what could be cool? Fireflies, but the fireflies are like interactable. You can like catch them into a jar. That could be cool. I once woke up and took a massive drink of water before realizing there was a big dead moth floating in it. Yeah, but you gotta look in your fucking cup when you're eating things. You got ants and shit all over the place. Now you gotta look in your plate. You gotta look in your bag for food and see if there's anything inside. Like, what's going on? Anyways. Extra protein? Yeah, extra... Right, extra protein. So to make this kind of fly around, I would like a specific node. The ants came back with a vengeance yesterday. Holy moly. I'm getting real tired of them. Maybe you should make them pay rent and then let them stay there. I'm looking for a node that makes them circle around a point. It's called... The node that I'm looking for is called... I don't know. Ah, shit. It was in Cascade. I forget what it's called in Cascade. It's called... Wait. I don't think this is in Niagara. Yeah, I'm starting to think now. I'm remembering. I don't think it's in... Well, we could do Vortex. Vortex Force. Is it point attraction? Ah, point attraction force. Point force? No, point attraction force. Whoa.
Guys, they're going a little crazy.
It's better with less particles. Yeah, I think less is a lot better for this. All right, taking a look, looking into this. Oh, vertex animations. Oh, you're talking about like the actual model. See, like I just do things like dots and whatnot. Yeah, you're asking about the actual like the actual thing. Yeah. I kind of want it to be a GPU simulation. I also don't want this to just be a sprite. I kind of want it to be an actual default sprite material. Let me guess, this is unlit? It is unlit. Let me find this. So let's do default lit. And then put it in base color. And then opacity, I don't really care too much about. Let's do masked for this one. Hello? Please apply the changes. Help. Help me. Thank you. Thank you. Very good. Default lit sprite. So now they should be shadowed. Ah, look at that. Look. Oh, shoot. Look at it. Oh, whoa. Sorry. My bad. Change the color to like a brown kind of color. Brown. Making it kind of brown kind of color. Oh, yeah. Moths to a flame, baby. Moths to a flame. Okay, the point attraction is too strong. The point attraction is too damn strong. It's good, but it's too strong. You guys think that's good? I feel like we can make it smaller. Although we don't know what it looks like at nighttime. What the? I also think it'd be kind of cool that they stay below the axis direction. I don't know how we could go about doing that though. Stupid me. I don't know. An optional pull towards the vortex origin? Wait, hold on. Could I just use this? Hold on, looking into this. Whoa, they're like going in a line or something. I don't know what's going on. Look at that one guy. He's gone. He got fucking sucked out of existence. Poor guy. Adding more fluff? Yeah, I felt like it. Sometimes I like to have a little bit of fun. Maybe use a slightly smaller spawn location. I think this one looks okay. I don't know about you guys. I think this looks good. I added a kill radius. So literally if they get too close, it's like them being fried by the light. That's not funny. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. They look a little bit, instead of being like moths, they do look a little bit more like a fly than a moth, I will say. They do look a little bit more like a, at least currently, in its current state, they look a little bit more like a, like flies. Might just be their shape. We might actually have to give them a texture of like a moth. Might have to do that. That's fucked up, but throwing rats in a furnace isn't? What? Maybe make them gray? Yeah, maybe. I feel like these would have no specularity, right? I feel like they'd be no specularity. Maybe that's the problem. I'm seeing some like reflection going off on them. Ah. Yes. Now we're talking. Okay, but let's see what it looks like at nighttime. Have I made the assets myself or do I find them online? It's a mix of both, but most of them we made on stream, actually. For this project, at least. Okay, let's see what this looks like at nighttime. Oh no. Help. My heads-up display is bugging out. Look at that. That's a great little detail. I love it. I'm loving it. I love every bit of it, Jerry. Love every bit of it. In Blender? Yeah. I model in Blender. Some of this stuff we've been using in Engine. Doing it in Engine using Scythe. So that's been pretty cool. This whole like building is... Well, that stuff is not, but The building architecture stuff is all in Scythe, in Engine. Yeah, I think that looks cool. And I like how you can only really notice them when they're like in the light and stuff. Okay, cool. Hell yeah. Cool, man. Hell yeah. Cool, man. Hell yeah. I don't think we should do it on every light, but... like, look at that. It adds so much life to the light. Even though they're all gonna die, because they're gonna hit the light and go... Do it on the train light? Wait. You're cooking. Wait a second. This guy's a chef. Chef Boyardee. Hold on, I think you're onto something. I think this like area I think is fine. Just the front area, and then the back area, I think we keep it very, very minimal. Now code in bug splatters when they take off. Add them to all the lights? I don't know if we do all of them. Lamp. My love, lamp. %? You think so? I don't know. It does add life. Complex bug swarming subsystem. They go light to light. You know what's really funny is that, like, when we move this thing around, all of the particles are actually still alive and they move around with it, which is kind of fucking cool. Some less than others? I think that would be cool. I was literally thinking of adding in a parameter here to do that. Give each bug a health bar. Okay, don't get too ahead of yourself, okay? Fucking World of Warcraft designer, okay? Come on. Give each bug a health bar. Add more bugs to just fix it later. That's not what it means. I was thinking, actually, of giving every one of these lights a sound effect. Maybe not every single one of them, but maybe a few of them. I don't know if I like these. Do I have any other sound effects? Q. Q. Looking for a Q. I'm looking for a sound cue. Sound cue, sound cue. Audio. Q. Yoo-hoo. We have the neon flicker, but that's for the sign. Do I organize my content folder? You know, kinda. That doesn't sound like a light. Whatever, just whatever, just whatever. Street lights don't really make a noise. I kind of feel like it would be cool for some of these to have a little bit of a light coming out from them. Maybe like some of these ones in the back. In the back. In the back. Just if you like go underneath it. Just if you go underneath it. So it's very like minimal. I also think the volume should be much lower. Yes. Oh, we got some HVAC air conditioning machines. Hold on. Hold on, we can do this. Doing a little bit of sound effect stuff. Yeah, I'm doing stuff that's useless. Okay, what's it to ya? That's smoke. Do I have any air conditioning unit stuff? I'm pretty sure I do. Briefcase open, basket hoop impact, big door closing, big door moving. Collapse. Could make it the lights a blueprint with parameters and booleans to enable the bug swarm size if the light is on sounds. Okay, relax. Okay, relax. Whoa. Don't get me wrong. I like that idea though. Hey. Where the flippity floppity? Where's the medium motor? Why isn't it playing a noise? Yeah, medium motor. Why isn't it playing? What the hell's wrong with this thing? All right, well, I guess we'll just put him in here. Maybe putting it on the inside isn't such a good idea. There, so I can at least see them. Save you a bunch of placement work in the future. Yeah, I think the main thing is I don't want to put the swarms on all of them, because then I feel like we lose a little bit of... It loses a bit of novelty, I guess, to it. You know what I mean? It loses a little bit of novelty. Flips into wall. What you got in here, Oh. Newest suspension, huh? Just a tiny environmental detail, not much novelty to it. I know, but if we keep overdoing it, then it's like... It's just a fun little thing. Just a fun little thing. Okay. Mute the music. I just want to see if the motors are annoying. That's good. It's nice and subtle. I can't hear shit because of the train. I think the light is really quiet. I could probably increase the attenuation radius a little bit. Yeah, we could probably increase those radiuses a little bit. The radii. The radii. Let's see here. 600, 750. Maybe increase the volume a little bit. I don't mind it actually being on the front lights. I was thinking it might like overtake the other things, but I don't think it would. Now, you're probably saying, I know I saw the message earlier. I feel like lights like this probably wouldn't make a noise. That being said, we are in a kind of like alternate universe kind of thing, right? So we say fuck it. If it got flies, it got flies. If it make noise, it make noise. Why? I don't know. Does this also have a noise? It does. Steam. 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 More steam. You know, we should also have little crawling bugs. Little crawling bugs crawling around.
Oh, sorry.
Explosion sound. Need the whole bug life subsystem? Yeah, I could 100% see a bug over here, like multiple. There could be flies in here too. We need some flies. Okay, but the flies should have a different kind of flying around system. I feel like they shouldn't have the point attraction system. They should just like kind of vortex. Either that or they're smaller and they fly around faster? Maybe? I don't know. I don't hear shit. I don't know about you guys. I don't... Oh, I think it is there. It's very subtle. Please do the ball throwing Easter egg into the apartment. We will at some point. Don't you worry, we will. What will the apartment guy do? Yell at you and then throw the ball out? Yeah, literally. Ball's on fire. And then cockroaches or little bugs could be like just a 2D plane going around the floor and shit. Boom, 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 boom. Can they react to players? Can they react to players? Is there an easy way to make a particle effect react to players? I don't think there would be, huh? I doubt there's a built-in way to do that. Need to add bug catching? Well, that was the idea with the fireflies. If a firefly's spawn appears on the map, then you could catch the fireflies. I guess we'd have to do the same thing for the other bugs, huh? Oh no. They'd have to be actual, like, objects. Big enemy spider. I gotta say, the really nice thing about the stations, especially as we add more mini games and stuff in here and like things to fuck around with, not just the basketball, it do be really cozy. It's a cozy vibe. Little suspenseful. I'm sure that'll increase as time goes on. But really cozy. Very cozy. Except for when that happens. I could sit AFK here for 30 minutes while my friend took a shit for sure. Don't worry, there'll be a gambling machine somewhere. I do feel like they should fly away if you're in the vicinity, though. That would be interesting. Although, lamp. Must have lamp. Alright. Cool. Good stream. Awesome stream. I'm gonna go eat some meatball leftovers. Yeah. And I'll see you guys on tomorrow. No stream on Friday, by the way. I think. I don't know yet. We'll see. But tomorrow I'll be here. Hopefully earlier, because I'm not going to the gym tomorrow. Tomorrow's my break day. You really like eating spheres, huh? What? What do you mean? Snacking on peas, meatballs, and eggs. This isn't even spherical. It's in the shape of a pod. It's long. Anyways, I feel like now there's some visual upgrades we have to make to the library. Anyways, tomorrow we'll work on... I don't know, we'll figure it out tomorrow. Am I going to be doing some actual fixes tomorrow? I don't know, we'll find out. Tune in to find out. Yeah, boy. Maybe we'll work more on the bonus system stuff, because we do have to do that. No. Anyways, see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Thanks for lurking, chatting, and sticking around. Yeah. Goodbye.